To get started with Migration Accelerator, log into the account created by your organisation administrator. If your organisation already has sites added, you'll be able to see these available sites in the site list once you log in. If your organisation hasn't added any sites yet, you'll be prompted to add a site before proceeding. After logging into Migration Accelerator and selecting a site, you'll be redirected to the dashboard. You can switch sites at any time using the site selector in the top navigation bar. The dashboard is home to all of the Accelerator's key actions such as site configuration, template mapping, content mapping, and migration. You'll also find a list of recent migrations and tips for success. The first step in any migration is to configure your site. Here you'll choose what pages you want to migrate. If you want to migrate your entire site, you can simply add the site sitemap or sitemaps. However, when first setting up a site, we recommend migrating only a small number of pages to start in order to bring down migration time. This can be done by adding URLs individually in the UI or pasting multiple URLs into the bulk list. Once you've added your pages to migrate, save your pages configuration. You can further filter these page URLs using the whitelist and block lists in the URL filters section. For instance, here we're choosing to migrate only URLs with /blog from our sitemap, then saving. Lastly, if you want your image assets to automatically upload to the Magnolia DAM, you will need to set up your Magnolia configuration. Add your author URL, username and password, then test the connection. Once the connection is confirmed, you can choose to automatically upload the images to the DAM and then save your platform configuration. The next step in setting up your migration is to map URL patterns to your Magnolia templates. For example, you might have a standard page template, which the majority of your site uses, and a blog template, which has a different design. Here, we're just mapping our standard page template to all URLs. We define the URL pattern, add an optional CSS selector, and then paste in the full path to the Magnolia template so that any page that matches the defined URL pattern will use that template. The third step in setting up your migration is to map your content. This process allows you to define CSS selectors from your existing website and map them to Magnolia components or content items for Magnolia content apps. If, on our old platform, we had a card component wrapped in a div with a class of component-card, we can map that to our Magnolia card component and then drill down into its child divs to correctly map the existing content to the Magnolia cards fields. This allows you to populate content into components flexibly, regardless of how they're constructed. You can also map website content to Magnolia content items for use in content apps. The process is the same as mapping to components, except instead of mapping to values in the component dialog, you map to values in the content items. These items are then combined into a single file with one item per page created. Next, you can optionally find and replace patterns in your content during migration using simple text, wildcard matching, or regex replacement. Once you've configured your site and mapped your templates and content, you're ready to migrate. Press the Start Migration button to begin. You can navigate away from the page without interrupting the migration and return once it's complete. After the migration is completed, you can download the output file. To import the output, navigate to your Magnolia author and click on the Pages app. Then, on the sidebar, click Import and upload the output file. Click the Import button and your pages will be migrated into Magnolia. When first running a migration, we recommend working with a smaller number of pages and checking them to confirm the template and content mapping is correct before migrating a larger number. If you connected your Magnolia DAM in the site configuration process, the image assets will already be added to the DAM and the migrated pages. If you didn't connect your Magnolia DAM, you will be able to download a zip file of image assets when the migration is finished, then manually upload and add them to your migrated pages. Congratulations! You've now successfully completed your first Migration Accelerator migration into Magnolia.